Be the leader you wish you were. I was thinking today, and I thought back to the time I played high school football, right? I was the best player on my team. Junior year, had about 8 touchdowns. I had a game I ran for 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. I was averaging 25 yards a carry, right? And if you know football, that's pretty good. I was damn near the only kid on my team that could score a touchdown, the only kid on our team that won us games. So going into senior year, obviously being the best player on the team, I'm thinking, oh, I'm obviously going to be captain, right? I'm the best fucking player on the team. What other option do we have, right? So it comes time to select captains, which the coach has the players write on a slip to vote for the captains, right? Everyone on the team gets to do it. Seniors, juniors, sophomores, and there were 3 captains selected. One of them, which I respect very much, and he definitely should have been captain. Another one who he looks the part, right? Good athlete, not a football player though. Wasn't, a football captain, I would say. And the third was straight political, right? First ever junior captain in the history of the program. Parents just happened to be, the booster parents, right? Funding the program. So I was pissed. I was fucking pissed because I was the best player on the team. So I was robbed of being captain, right? And that senior year was very disappointing. Being captain was not the only thing I was robbed of. I started the season hurt, missed the first game. We played a prep school and we got, I'm trying to think of the right word, but like killed is an understatement. We got like kind of embarrassed. It kind of looked like an elementary school team playing a high school team. It was the worst thing. And guess what? As a senior, you know what my head coach had me do? He had me go up and film the game, right? And if you play football, you know that is just a scrub's job. That is a complete scrub job. You send the freshmen up there. You've got, a kid in band who's free for the night filming. You have your senior who's the best player on your team film the fucking game. Are you serious? I can't even be on the sideline with my guys. Really? That's what you think of the best player on your team who was wrongfully robbed of captain? That's what I'm thinking in my head, right? Second game comes. I'm still not even 100%, right? I tore my quad essentially. But I'm like 50 to 70%. And I remember like getting off the bus. It was an away game. I had butterflies in my stomach that game. I was like, damn, bro, like my first game. What if I'm not good? What if this? What if that? Right? Yeah, that obviously wasn't the fucking case. I scored 3 touchdowns that game before halftime because I was injured. So I wasn't even conditioned. So literally in the second half, my calf cramped up because I wasn't conditioned. I couldn't even play the second half. I had 3 touchdowns before half. Shit was light. I was the best player on the field. It wasn't even close. It wasn't close. I was 70%. I was hurt, right? And I was wrongfully robbed of captain. Mind you, so the season goes on. I do pretty well. We go to the playoffs, and what happened is I got hurt. My season was robbed from me, right? What I've worked for my whole entire life taken away. My ankle pretty much snapped. We didn't win a game after that. Oh, what happened to the other team captains, right? So good. We didn't win a single game after I got hurt, right? Also, just to show you how shitty of a high school program I had, that I graduated 2019, it's 2026, so 6, 7 years. Yeah, the high school football team hasn't been back to the playoffs since. Nope. So that should just go to show you, right? Um, but I was wrongfully robbed of being captain, right? And that has just forever been something that has pissed me off, just forever. But not necessarily what, the actual thing was, but just what it represented. Because I put in the work, I had the credentials, the merit, right? I deserved it. But for some reason, it just wasn't given to me. I was robbed of it, right? And the same thing has happened, with door-to-door sales, right? I'm putting in so much hours. Dude, half the people in door-to-door sales that I was working with would chill at gas stations and Chick-fil-A's and just do shit. I shit you not. I was in Houston, Texas, knocking in 110 degrees, sweating my balls off, quite literally, for an entire summer just for people to be half-assing it on my team, right? And I just didn't get rewarded. It was a shitty market. People failed credit. I didn't make as much money as I should have. And the other second years, I had to watch make far more money that, I think I was better than them. I just wasn't presented a better opportunity. Same thing with high school football, right? And now come to the online business I started. Shit crashed and burned, right? And I thought I was robbed of it, right? Oh, I was robbed of it. Oh, I should have made all the money, whatever. Robbed of it, right? But throughout that entire thing, right? How am I sounding? What is the way I'm speaking? Oh, I was robbed of it. I deserved it. Clearly fucking not, because I didn't get it. To be honest, did I? Probably. But it wasn't undoubtable. There was an ability to make a mistake to where it looks like I may not have deserved it, right? Which goes to me. That's my fault. I need to take 100% accountability for that. You know why? Because in high school football, yeah, I was the best player on my team, but if I was better, there would have been no doubt. There would have been no question. And you know what else? If I was more vocal, right? I was very introverted, very shy. If I had the big swinging dick, as they say, right? If I would talk my shit like I was the best on the field, because I was just kind of like a lunch pail guy. I'd show up, I would do my work, pretty quiet, right? But I'm the best on the team, so I didn't think I needed that rah rah. Apparently, I did, right? Door to door sales, same thing, kind of just show up, do my job, until it came time to permanently quit that. I was in Houston this January. My manager put me in a shit ass turf, and what did I do? I worked it, obviously, because I'm going to put in work, and I get bit by a dog in the hood in Houston, and he just has like no remorse at all. He picks me up. He's like, "Yeah, you can't wait to get back on the doors, I bet." Obviously I was going to because it's like I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna work. I wanted to make a sale. But bro, I don't need your ass telling me that. Like you put me in the hood. Are you serious? Right? An example of a terrible leader. High school coach, terrible leader, right? I've just had these terrible leaders, right? I wasn't the leader when I feel like I should have been, right? So this whole thing revolving around leadership, right? And it got me thinking as of late. Been watching this guy John Mark a lot on YouTube lately. I love his videos. Love them, bro. Dude's goated. Bro, I already know I'm gonna invest into his mentorship. I'm gonna work with him eventually. But I just watched his videos, and you know what? I realized I'm a bitch. I'm not taking full accountability. No wonder why my $30,000 business crashed and burned. No wonder why I wasn't high school captain when I should have been, right? I need to make this shit undoubtable. I need to make sure that I leave that there is no question that I deserve that. And it comes from being a leader, right? So, what does a leader do? He holds himself to a standard above all else, above everyone else. And even if some people might not rise to his standard, he doesn't fall to theirs. No, he still holds himself to that high standard and tries to bring people up with him. But to be able to do that, he's got to hold himself to just that peak standard. And there's no slipping. You cannot let that standard slip as a leader, right? Which looking back, yeah, there's been points in my life where I've reached that standard, but I've let it slip, right? I think, oh, I get to the mountaintop, I gotta, finally relax and chill. No, that standard is not bought, it is rented every single day with your actions, right? So, what I'm doing to be the leader that I wish I was is I'm proving it with my actions now, right? I do coaching. I've got some clients, they're killing it. And you know what? It's funny, right? Because I started the business because I had to pivot. I knew I was good at fitness. I knew I could obviously get people in shape. Like this shit's pretty easy to me. I've only been doing it 10 plus years, right? At a very elite level compared to some of these fitness coaches. Oh yeah, I worked out for 2 years and I have, a 15% body fat, 21 FFMI physique. Let me tell people how to get a dream physique. Yeah, You can get in shape without tracking macros. Fuck that, bro. I've been reading that shit and that pisses me off. I've been looking in these other bios and shit. I'm getting fucking pissed at the standard that people are falling to in this current day and age. I'm getting fucking pissed. And I was once there, and you know what? I fucking refuse to be there anymore. I am fucking done. I'm done fitting in with the crowd because you know what I did? I was catering my business towards that because I was like, oh, to get my ICP, my ideal client profile, I need to make it seem super easy that, you can just achieve this elite physique and, you can cheat on your diet. You don't have to track your macros. And it's like, you get to live life too. No, it's going to be hard. Yes, you get to live life, right? Not the one you're living right now. That life has to fucking die. If you want to really get in true elite shape, your best shape of your life, you can do it while living life, but your entire idea of what living life is has to change. Because if it's being able to work out a little bit, train to mild discomfort, do some cardio, but then I still get a booze, I don't have to track macros. I, Dude, I swear that's been pissing me off when I read that in bios, right? Because it's copy and pasted from every single other fitness coach. They use macro manipulation. It's the same thing every time. It pisses. I swear to God, I'm so pissed at the standard that this industry is at right now. I am furious. I am furious because this has been something that through 10 plus years, 15 plus years of my life, that through all my failures being robbed of what I feel like I've rightfully deserved, it is the one thing that I've put my head down and worked fucking tirelessly for. Tirelessly. I haven't missed a day. I've barely missed a day and it shows, right? And to see the thing that has given me the opportunity to be to where I'm at currently just be dragged through the fucking mud by all these mediocre people, these frauds, these absolute frauds. It pisses me off, which is why I'm going to be the leader I wish I was. I'm holding myself to an elite fucking standard, right? Because as soon as I started changing my clients' lives, you know what I was thinking? Holy shit, I'm making an impact right now. What can I do if I really become the best version of myself? If I reach for those heights, if I hold myself to the standards, right? The standards that would have made me the leader back then that I thought I was, but I clearly wasn't because I didn't get the results, right? What would that guy look like who holds himself to those standards, right? Doesn't reach those standards and then let it fall back down, but holds himself there. How much value can he provide? How much people can he bring up with him? How many people can he help who is in the exact same situation as him and feels like they deserve it? They've put in all the work. They have the results. They have the merit, yet they are wrongfully robbed of what they deserve. Right? How many of those people can he help? How, what is the standard he needs to hold himself to be the leader he wish he was? But not only that, to help the person who he was achieve that standard as well. And that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to do from now on. There is no more mediocrity. There's no more excuses. There's no more, oh, you've got to be optimal. Yes, I'm going to be optimal. I'm going to bed at a reasonable time. I didn't get out a YouTube video that I wish I did, right? Is it really worth the extra, 2 to 3 hours staying up and getting another night of 4 hours of sleep? No, right? There's times where you got to draw the line, but I'm still waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I don't give a shit because that's a non-negotiable, right? That's a non-negotiable I wrote to myself. And probably that time's going to probably drop to 5 a.m., right? John Mark wakes up at 4:45. I'm going to try to get to that time because that guy's a leader, right? That guy's a leader, right? And that's what all great leaders do. They look at other leaders and say, hey, what can I gather from this guy, right? And that's who I want to be. I want to be someone that another person aspiring to be a leader looks at and says, hey, what can I gather from this guy? To do that, though, you need to hold yourself to the standards. You have to be at those elite standards. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, man. It is time to lock in. No more mediocrity. No more excuses. Hold yourself to the non-negotiables you commit to and be that leader. Be that leader that you wish you were. And it happens by taking action again and again and again and again and again. Because those actions add up. Those added up actions then get put in your subconscious. Your subconscious now identifies as someone who takes those actions over and over and over again. And what is the result of those actions? The standards and them being held. And that's what I'm going to do. From now on, I am going to commit to being that leader that I wish I was. And the best way to do that is lead by example.